Hello everybody, welcome to another video here on Rich's Revolution. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, support as we try and grow to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Hopefully we can do that. Now, the new event has just launched. You can see me now. I'm in MCOC at the moment doing some auto fighting with some of these bosses. This is, well, I don't know if this is the most advisable thing to do because I'm approaching like level 110, FYI, video about that, and also update on my gains, which I did talk about like in yesterday's and Monday's videos. Like we're well on the way, we're looking good, some new badges, also some new Omega cards as well. But we got a new event to talk about, okay? The Green Goblin event. So we're going to be going over the patch notes, but also looking at stuff in game. Also some calculations in the description based on some scenarios of how many of the tokens you can get, especially because there's a few things to this. So the event itself, and FYI, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm trying to spawn myself a Green Goblin. Is it working? Hell no! Is it gonna happen anytime soon? Hell no as well. But I'm at least kind of like giving it a go. Why am I in MCOC? Well, it's just stuff that I can auto fight by myself. Especially like looking at global, like nobody's kind of like pinging off global to say, hey, there's a Green Goblin here. So, you know, as soon as there might be a Green Goblin, hey, I'm gonna give that a go. But for the time being, I'm like just going like twiddling my thumbs here of like what to do. So let's go over some of the information. We've just had I think we've had like a repeat of like some like update. Like we've just had to have like a double patch thing because I think something didn't work particularly well. But at least we've got like a new thing, like which is here, like Green Goblin incorrect text displays. That was why we had another update, because it's something that didn't work out correctly. Also, it looks like based on the info that we are not getting a region. What's the region? Region combining. That's not coming in until next week or the week after, something like that. So it's a bit disappointing, but it is what it is. Anyway, moving on. And we've got this new event, okay? Anytime you do a Blitz, raid, or a special ops, you get a volume of these tokens. And these tokens look like this. So if you go to your store, go down to tokens, go to most wanted, you can see that there's some stuff in here. Unstable Convergium, there's card draw tickets, there's dimension box tickets, costume draw tickets, and Green Goblin's treasure chest, which you can only get once, okay? So you can split your purchases how you feel like you want to, and do bear in mind, people in the game at different types of progressions will get a lot more. And that will be a lot more based on the most wanted elements to it, which, as I said, like what I'm doing now is I'm trying to spawn. To be totally realistic with this, in this particular event, well, as we know, first of all, you can only get reward count 2. It says like right there, you can only get 2. So you need to be very careful about who you're going to get. And also you have to be very confident about where you're going to end up. Because as you look at the rewards here, if you're doing the level 100, then if you're in the Twisted Border, then you start off, you get 90. So you get 90 if things go well. And then if things go like really well, 126 a time. Okay, so again, you've got to be realistic about what you think you can achieve on a daily basis, or if any of them. Like again, we'll just check global quickly. Anybody pointing out any? No, nobody saying like, okay, well, it's Green Goblin. These take very, you know, there may be a case that they spawn and you're like, okay, well, am I able to do this? It's similar to like the Dormammu thing, but it's like, am I realistically going to get a good chunk? And you know, worst case scenario, you might not. You might only pick up a slim amount. Well, how do the stats, numbers, and also the volume break down for the amount of tokens you can get? Okay, so I'm trying to assume everybody's progression in game, which is the most difficult thing anybody can ever do. But at least to give you perspective. So let's begin with the facts. Okay, for the facts, from special ops on a daily basis, you get 50 of those tokens. You get 50 from raiding, and that's one raid. And Blitz, you get to repeat that 5 times, so it gives you 100. That means you get 200. If you don't do the most wanted target, you'll get 1,400, as I said, doing Blitz and Special Ops and raiding over the 7 days that you get the opportunity to do it, or the 6 additional days that we have like on this, because this is day 1 at the moment, so 6 more days. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious. But then what else? Well, the most wanted target side of things is the difficult thing to do. And what I'm trying to do with these totals is like, again, guess where you might be and what you might be grabbing. You know, I'm in the Great Desert at the moment. For minimum effort there, with like 60% to 100%, I would get 70 of those tokens back. So the most wanted tokens, the Green Goblin Tokens, whatever you want to call them. Okay, so where other people may differ, again, like, I don't know how to kind of like put you as a classification, because here's the thing: you might be watching this going like, hey Rich, I can actually do like a lot of the big time stuff. Hey, if you can do the Barry Big Bollock stuff, then hey, then that means that you are going to be in this position right here. You'll be doing rank 1, and you'll be in doing the you'll be in the Dark Domain, the Twisted Border, and doing that. Great, good for you. That means you're going to be getting a lot of good stuff by the end of it. But at the end of the day, there could be someone watching this and going like, number 1, I don't plan to do any of the most wanted. And number 2, I may be kind of like, if I did, only managing to do, like, say, the top 2 right here and getting a good score from it. And it is possible to get an, you know, good enough score if you go to the lower areas. If you're doing something around the Ravaged Plains, or let's have a City Cloister, then there are some options available for you. I mean, look at this. Like, just as we're recording now, because I've been trying to do stuff in Sakar, is then we get a Green Goblin appear. So let's kind of like have a look at my potential. And the thing is, this is going to be important for me to see what I pick up. And I got this, or how I spawned this, was just with just kind of grinding in some of the various different types of areas, like Sakar. I'm kind of grinding in at the moment, and yeah, like this is good enough news. So hopefully I can get a good score from it. But the thing is, it's the same thing as any kind of like main target. You've got to grind some of the lower ones, as it says. Some of the like locations, it says like in order to spawn this, you have to grind this. I think we'll see what drops. This is the first time fighting the Green Goblin. So let's see what the crack is. And then what we'll do is I'll have a look at what you can get with the potential take home. Ooh, okay, so that's a first for me. I should really take like a screenshot of that one. Let's get into the action. I can't remember. Is this the first time they've decided to use these? Because I did see them in like some of the promotional art for this, that they were going to use this. I should really be checking out like levels and things as well, but I want to make sure that I get that kind of number 1 placement. I can't really tell, to be honest. Except for him throwing all the pumpkin bombs and flying off. I'm like, dude, like, come back. Also, I can't. Is he like you don't get to see like the? Am I going mad here? Like, I'm not able to see like the health of the dude. And I'm like, I'm a bit confused. It's like normally you get this thing that going, okay, well he's like this health or this health or this health, but it looks like he's just one complete health thing, as opposed to guys saying like, okay, well he's got like 5 bars. Well, I can't speak. 5 bars of health or something. Because like this is just like going a little bit like on and on and on. Like really on and on here. Obviously you get poisoned. We're now gotten down to halfway, so that's not too bad. It's just a case of like, I should have done this in the Dark Domain, but maybe that's the thing for next time. I definitely just wanted to kind of try and get more of a, not overly doable, because I'm sure that the one in the Dark Zones would be like more of a doable, but I definitely wanted to get more of an opportunity of myself, because if I was in, say, the Dark Domain, got my things wrong there. If I was in the Dark Domain, I'm sure that I wouldn't be like number 1. Like at the moment I'm number 1, and this is going to be a good opportunity for me to see like how much I'm able to get on my tokens, because this will be helpful to my grind. Because if I was in a, I'm going to just compare that in a minute before I kind of like commit myself to say what I did about to say. But yeah, I got 105 there. Okay. And if I go to the event itself and then go down to here and look at the rewards, 105. So 105, I probably would have, I don't know if I'd be able to 0 to 30%. Definitely wouldn't be rank 3. Maybe I could have lost 5 tokens, but I just don't know. So I'm at the moment experimenting with what I'm capable of doing, and I think that's something I would advise for anybody else, is what they're capable of doing. Okay, looking at those numbers as well, let's kind of move on to what you can get. So again, like maybe it's the case like novices 2,000 or just over 2,000. Let's just say 2,800 for those that like average. Maybe I can like put myself in that kind of bracket. good enough sets that I could get a lot more, but we'll have to see like how things drop. And that's the thing about maybe going to like the dark domain in a minute and kind of figuring out, you know, am I able to kind of like get any of these? And that's probably the next thing, is going like, okay, well let's go to the dark domain, let's float around, see if I can get one, and also seeing if I can get and that's just the thing, that 0 to 30% mark. If I'm getting that, then that could be a bit more beneficial than this. But yeah, let's have a look at what you can get then with some of those kind of numbers that we kind of like number crunched. So down to the token sections most wanted. So in theory, getting one of those is doable. Getting a 4-star costume, a mega card, core, draw ticket can be acquired at a set rate. Okay, well that looks to be a good option there. I probably will get one of those. And then it leaves about 1,000, depending on where you are, it could leave 1,000 to 2,000 more of these tokens to use elsewhere. And that's good if you want to kind of go, right, that's either 2 to 4 more draw tickets for cards or costume. So you get the option of that. If you're into dimension boxes, hey, go for it. But that's just the thing. It gives you perspective of what you can buy and at least kind of put some like stats on the table, so to speak. And yeah, that has been the video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video helped out. That's what we're trying to do here. Okay, so just whilst I've been editing, I did get a chance to do a Dark Domain Green Goblin. And I lost out by 15 tokens than I would have got if I was getting the top position in the likes of doing Sakar. So that's what I'm talking about, is like how you can pick up the most is knowing what you can aim for, and that's what I probably will be doing. You'll probably be finding me doing Sakar in order to at least get an opportunity to be up the top. Even though that I'm close to level 110, I just don't have that power to compete with others that are doing incredibly well with getting like higher amounts. And I'm putting in all the effort. It's just a case like they're out damaging me, so I need to be more savvy with where I'm grinding to. Make sure as well to check out some other content, Marvel Future Revolution orientated, on screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video whenever that'll be. Have a good one. Bye bye.